jubilation on the streets last week, as separatism supporters believed they had moved one step closer to triggering a referendum on Alberta leaving Canada.
To breaking news from Alberta, where a judge has just quashed a separatist petition calling for a referendum on Alberta independence. Lawyers for several Alberta First Nations successfully argued that the province's referendum process is unconstitutional and failed to consult with Indigenous groups.
But that has now been quashed. In a court decision released Wednesday, an Alberta justice said that petition could not move forward, saying the question approved by the chief electoral officer had already been found to contravene a section of the Constitution, and that Alberta breached its duty to consult with First Nations.
It's a good win for Canada. It's a good win for Albertans.
The Athabasca Chipewyan First Nation brought the court challenge, its chief calling for unity.
My advice to Danielle Smith is that, it's take the high road and let's build this country and work together.
But the Alberta Premier had fighting words.
We think that this decision is incorrect in law and anti-democratic, and we will be appealing it as a result.
Petition organizers say more than 300,000 Albertans signed their names. They say the Premier has no choice.
I believe that we should have the vote. I honestly believe that she will give us the vote. And I really don't believe that any government in her position could do anything else.
This professor agrees the Premier is in a difficult position politically, juggling separatists and First Nations.
It lays bare the fact that there are these irreconcilable tensions that there may exist at the crux of the Alberta independence movement. I think politically is a big problem for Smith, because this is always going to be something that she would have had to contend with.
Petition organizers are not backing down, and they say they're going to appeal. They plan to rally in the coming weeks to show the Premier how serious they are about a separatism question on the October ballot.
Welcome to American News Network. We are bringing you news that affect Americans and America. Our brothers from the north, the fellas in Alberta. Alberta always has this great relationship with the United States, and right now it's trying to seek a potential independent strike away from the government and the landmass that we call Canada. Well, here's the deal. They are getting pushed into America's arms faster than they could ever expect. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. But here's the best part about it. Let me tell you why this is important, and let me tell you why this is going to be so rich for Albertans. Right now, if you took $1 out of an Albertan's pocket and ripped it in half, that would be handing him less than he's actually getting from his government. 50 cents out of every dollar is going somewhere else. At least they have this wealth transfer situation that happens in Canada. And Alberta, boy, they're the golden egg, the goose that's laying the golden egg. So here's what I'm going to say. Alberta, hold tight. If you don't, by the way, they're probably not even going to put it on the vote for a referendum. But what was that? Danielle Smith. Oh, is she in trouble? So don't put it on the referendum. Don't put it on the ballot. That's no problem. You're going to push this thing even faster and harder into the arms of America. Now, it may not be a 51st state. It may not be a 52nd state. It may not be a state at all. It just may be a sovereign nation, just like what happens on reservations. Just keep your country. We'll put a fence around you, and you guys can come in the United States anytime you want. Disneyland. You guys can come visit Knott's Berry Farm. Go to Santa Monica Pier. You're Americans now, so you got free reign. Visit Arizona. We'd love to have you over here at the Grand Canyon. Anyway, Alberta, don't take this as a negative. And the other thing is, these Indigenous people feeling like they have a voice and then the government standing behind them. You have the might of America behind you. That's something to believe in. Alberta, we love you. Come be a part of America. Boom!
And Julia, what happens if it doesn't make it on the ballot?
Well, in short, petition organizers have already been calling on separatism supporters to join the United Conservative Party, to become members. And they say the Premier will have to answer to them when the party holds its annual general meeting in November.
Julia, thank you. Julia Wong in Edmonton tonight.
Where a judge has just quashed a separatist petition calling for a referendum on Alberta independence. They also argued Alberta's separation would violate their treaty rights. Last week, Alberta separatists submitted a petition with more than 300,000 signatures calling for the vote. Lawyers for the province had defended the process with a referendum expected this fall. Alberta Premier Danielle Smith now says she plans to appeal.
Although our government does support Alberta remaining in Canada, we think that today's decision by the court will deny opportunity to well over 300,000 Albertans to have their petition verified by Elections Alberta. We think that this decision is incorrect in law and anti-democratic, and we will be appealing it as a result. Our cabinet and caucus will, of course, be meeting in the next couple of days to discuss the full context and make some decisions after we've had a chance to talk it through. You know, I guess we will have to talk with our Quebec counterparts to see what they think about this kind of ruling. I would say that it is a single judge who's made a decision, and we have now 700,000 Albertans, whether they're on the Remain side or the Leave side, who've said that they want to have this public debate. So our citizen initiative petition was always meant to be very permissive, and we kept on having to modify it to ensure that that permissive quality was in there. We want to hear from Albertans. That's what we think democracy is. And we'll be meeting with our caucus and cabinet to further review the decision and decide next steps. But as I say, since we believe that this one is incorrect in law and anti-democratic, we will be appealing it.
The separatist group says it disagrees fundamentally with the judge's ruling, and it also plans to appeal.
Alberta, thank you very much for paying attention. Subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment, like the video. What's most important to me is that you like the video. I really could care less about everything else. Here's the last thing. This judge's ruling, the sovereign nation, not the sovereign nation, but the indigenous people that are over here raising all the business, don't let that worry you. Take what you believe in and go forward with that. America loves you. Americans are here for you. Let's go, Alberta. Boom.